Yeah, there's no doubt you are doing that. I wonder, do you think that the federal government might be able to pick up the report as well and crack on? Because they're talking about the age verification trial. Would you like Michelle Rowland and the Communications Minister to take this on and to speed things up?
Look, we very much would welcome collaboration with the Commonwealth. I've spoken to the Prime Minister myself about this issue, and I'm very grateful for his interest in it. And the Commonwealth obviously is doing the age verification trial, which is welcome, and it's referenced in the report itself. But yes, I mean, the short answer is I think the 100% result here isn't having South Australia Pass 1 law, Victoria and Western Australia Path, a separate set of laws. What we really want is a harmonised set of laws across states, or the Commonwealth intervening and legislating over the top. But I will say this, though. I think there needs to be a degree of urgency, Kieran, because, I mean, what we know is that kids are being done harm now.
Yep.
I mean, now. I mean, this is happening. And I think, what I've been saying is that the 100% result we want to shoot for, a single law across the country, great. But I'm not going to sit around and wait forever for that. So we've got to get on with it, get cracking, and I hope that this report provides the impetus to do that. And if enough other states or the Commonwealth, whoever's in charge, decides not to pursue it, that is their prerogative. But I'm going to be absolutely clear about this. There is not a circumstance where South Australia isn't going to lead and isn't going to act on this, because I just don't think we can sit around and bury our heads in the sand on this matter for too much longer.
No, the message of urgency is a really important one. Obviously, that is to the federal government and other state jurisdictions to move on this.
Yeah,
that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think everybody around the world. I mean, we're seeing legislators and leaders and policymakers around the world respond to this now because the evidence is so overwhelming, right? And I just think we've got to get on and get cracking with it. And I hope that this helps, this report accelerates that effort, which is why we commissioned it. I mean, Robert French, this is the former Chief Justice of the High Court, frankly, one of the smartest minds in the country. He's put a lot of effort into it. He developed the report in quick time. It's only been a few months since we initiated the effort, because we do want to get cracking on this. And I just hope that with the comments that have been made around the country just over the course of the last 24 hours, I think does demonstrate there's a degree of momentum, and I'm pretty optimistic we'll get there, Kieran.
Yeah, and before we move on from this issue, can you just elaborate on that idea? Because I know from very, very personal experience, having this example of what you're doing enables parents to say, look, the South Australian Premier's banning this. This is not appropriate for anyone below 14. And it extends to say, OK, you shouldn't have a phone at that age, or whatever else. It shifts the balance. And I know it sounds funny to be talking about family conversations like that, but that's what these government moves do.
Precisely the point, Kieran, right? Because, parents at the moment are rendered almost, useless as part of this dynamic. Because if every single kid has got a phone and social media, and the report references this in some detail, social media and on phones is now part of the social infrastructure of how young people engage with one another, right? It is fundamental. And, so if you're a child, if a parent says, we're going to take your phone away, I'll not let you have social media, you are basically saying to that child, well, you will be excluded from engaging with your peers. And that's not a satisfactory outcome. That's impossible. You can't ask a kid to do that. You can't expect a parent to ask a kid to do that. So what we've got to say is, look, this isn't just true for one kid, this is true for all kids. That is to say, we're going to make this consistent so that all parents can collectively say to their children, no, sorry, this is against the law, it's not going to happen. And that makes the task a lot easier. Yeah. They did some research in the US, Kieran, which the Surgeon General drew to my attention, where they said to kids, do you want to give social media up? And they all said no. But if you ask the kid, well, do you want to give social media up if you know all your friends are doing it too? They all said yes. So it's even children who are willing to give up social media if they knew that all their mates were doing it as well. So I think the law is more than just a punitive measure on social media companies. It is also an enabler for parents, teachers, other leaders, mentors out in the community to get kids be able to engage with them in more healthy means.
Premier Malinauskas, thanks so much for your time. We're out of time. I do want to talk to you about Live Golf and the move to February. It's been a massive boost for the South Australian economy, but we'll do that next time. We'll talk to you soon.